People at home, this is meant to be some meme fun content, but can we just take a second, life lessons with BSJ, and just not be that tiny?
Banana slam jam.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We got ourselves a Judge Jamma here. And we are ready to dish out some serious justice. So, it's been a little while. Gonna feel a little rusty. Gotta iron out the kinks here. But, to get us back in the groove, got ourselves a Spirit Breaker. Looks like Guardian, I believe. Feeding. Started the game a little bit AFK. Got ourselves a Tidehunter carry, okay? We're spoiler alerting it here. Off lane PA. We have a Viper, Spectre, safe lane. Filling you in. I already said I just thank God that I didn't have to freaking analyze this game for an actual replay. And to tell people how to play the game, because I have no idea what the fuck's going on here. This is the Brawl lane down here. It is Ogre, Abaddon, very bruise-like heroes, and then we got Spirit Breaker Tide. So this is the definition of some melee on melee action. I definitely like to watch these guys in some Jello wrestling here. As Spirit Breaker, he was AFK for like 30 seconds, but to be honest, like in the Guardian bracket, this is just not relevant. You know, it just doesn't matter if you were AFK for 30 seconds. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. Is it worth me convicting him based on it? No. Okay. We're gonna keep fast forwarding. Seems like he's playing the game now. Things are going pretty well. Got 2 kills top. He did die. He got an urn after the kills, which kind of feels bad. PA's actually rotated to bottom. Maybe his team actually swapped lanes because he was AFK. Like, they were like, okay, let's go into aggro dual lane and then put the Tide who's off lane solo safe lane. Like, they were adjusting. That sounds like some insane Guardian level play here. As Spirit Breaker, call that an unnecessary death. I wouldn't call it feeding. Keep fast forwarding here, charges the sniper, makes sense. Does die again. The game seems to be slipping away from the Radiant squad here. PA's farming under tower, Techies is farming top, Zeus is dying mid. Spirit Breaker was making space, farming his creep real quick, bringing it to his Tidehunter. Doing a little ring around the rosy for it there. Go bottom, charge the Abaddon. He sees hero, he pushed Q, very good. Has stick, and then he's running away at full HP. So, I mean, we looked at the medal. He's clearly not the best player in the world here. But I don't see any explicit feeding here. I see some serious Dota. Ooh, Dota's being played right now. Fast forward here.
They're unstoppable. That was unreal.
Let's just go ahead and mark the later moments and see exactly what they're calling feeding here. Looks like a normal game of Dota 2. It's actually closer now than it was earlier. He's AFK again? Oh no. Okay, he's back.
Killing Dominic, I guess. This is Gabe No Nod. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Own it. Double kill.
Okay. All I've really seen here is a game that was really hard and frustrating for Radiant. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, if this was an Immortal game, I would probably convict this guy. Because if you queued up in Immortal pub and you just like AFK'd for like 2 minutes of it, you know, like Dota's serious, like it's a serious thing in your life. You play a lot of it. You know, your teammates are invested. But this is like a Guardian game. This guy probably forgot to do the dishes, you know? He probably had to go get the door because he's got something he's got to do. He's got a job. Maybe he took a call, you know? Stuff like this. So I'm gonna say this is not guilty, as I'd say like a minute and a half of AFKing in a Guardian ranked game is not worth sending them to prison here. So let's go ahead and go to the next replay. Pulling up replay numero 2. Faceless Void, a safe lane. Looks like Legend, maybe Archon. Feeding, he is 1 and 2. Seems reasonable to me thus far. Has reasonable items. S&Y against Silencer, don't necessarily agree, but could be worse. I won't report him over. He's gonna go defend mid. He's a little sus. Enemy team's all missing. Time walks on a Wraith King. Okay. Wraith King dies. Not too bad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and queue it up again. What's he got going on? He's gonna TP bottom now. Global is forced. We still have Chronosphere. Gonna time walk away out of fear. Is good instinct there.
Illusion.
Is team gonna smoke it up or what? Lich gets a B ward. They're gonna Chrono. Oh, I wanted him to Chrono the illusion. That would be nice content. But good discipline from this guy. We're actually trying to root for him here because we don't want him to be guilty. You know, we want to have our Overwatch do its job, which Overwatch doing its job is us not convicting people that don't deserve to get reported, okay? Because if they deserve to get reported, then who needed us? The old report system would have worked. Okay, so they tried to smoke, didn't quite work out. He's coming in hot, gonna get globaled.
A dominating performance.
Okay.
My killing spree. Dominating, I guess. This is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about this for a second, guys. I can almost guarantee that I know exactly what's going on in this game, okay? Faceless Void's team is pressuring him to do a lot of things on the map. This guy, he's a bronze tier Faceless Void player. He doesn't play too much Faceless Void. And so he's not exactly sure how to take fights. It's a hard Faceless Void game. They have a lot of stuns, a lot of burst, they have global silence. So this guy has to be patient. But he's getting triggered. That's kind of on him. But he's getting triggered by his teammates, and he is rushing things. And by rushing things, he's proceeding to feed because he's in a game where until he has BKB, he can't go in. Okay, so I know this because I've been there, done that numerous times. So up until the point where he chronoed his fountain, or his throne, this was totally fine. So I'm just going to let you guys all know out there that if your teammates are rushing you, or what have you, don't feel pressured. If you don't think you can go in until you have a BKB, then don't go in. Maybe you should buy a BKB earlier, but don't do this stuff. You know, don't time walk on top of a Wraith King. Don't time walk into 3 heroes when they have global. You know, play your own game. Mute your teammates and play your own game. I guarantee his teammates kind of pissed him off this game, but it's his fault that they let him get to that point. That he let them piss him off to that point, okay? So, you losing your shit and chronoing your base, that's on you, buddy. And we're calling that not cheating, that is, griefing. Yeah, man. Didn't look like a very conducive environment for growth, which is understandable. That's what Overwatch cases are about. We don't find the nice games. But that definitely requires some anger management and confrontation handling by the Faceless Void. So, got ourselves a 4 and 6 Morphling reported for feeding. Game looks pretty ugly. I have to assume this is Turbo based on his items and like the network reading.
Double kill.
What did he die to? Holy shit! What the fuck? God damn it.
What? This is Gabe
You
Newell.
guys see that? The fucking bounty hunter. Dude, this guy's farmed as fuck. Holy shit. I mean, you can't even get mad at that guy. He just took like 900 damage from the bounty hunter. Okay, that's not. You can't even feel bad. That's light. That's fucking light. I would have died there. I mean, I would already have 9 items, but like, I also would have died with these items in this cave. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go ahead and call this a not guilty. and not guilty. This is a fucking turbo game, and the guy's dying to like a 9-slotted bounty hunter at 17 minutes. Shit happens, bro. We got a Huskar in the mid lane feeding. World hunger will not happen today because there is a lot of feeding. Maybe this is all it takes to solve our problems. Huskar is 1-4.
Mega kill. They're unstoppable.
Buys back.
Dire structures are fortified.
1-4. He bought back. What did he proceed to do after the buyback? Pretty low of the mark game. I mean, honestly, Huskar versus SF's a pretty bad matchup for Huskar. No Kappa Frappuccino.
My favorite kill. This is the monster kill. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double
And then the Venomancer is Shadow Amuleted.
Dire's top tower is Dire's middle tower.
They're unstoppable.
Look to their top tower.
We're gonna call this one insufficient evidence, because I have no idea how he got to 1-4. Up until, like, what's going on here, I would say is like a very standard... Why do I have these guys muted? I would say this situation's like a very standard, like, mid lane went poorly situation. So I'm gonna say insufficient evidence on the griefing, because his teammates are clearly upset with him and have given up before he bought back. And the buyback itself, like, sometimes you just gotta let it out. Sometimes you just gotta push the button. So I'd call that insufficient evidence, because I don't know who's being toxic there, who's the catalyst. I don't think his reaction was, like, absurd. It's very different to, like, buyback and farm than it is to, like, chrono your team. Okay, we got ourselves a Divine Tiny safe lane. He is 0-1, and he died. Like, he just died. I see the buyback button. Trees are a little glitched out here. Looks like his lane went fine. He's like level 5 at 8 minutes. It's not great, but he's got no deaths.
Killing spree.
Okay. He's against Primal Beast offlane. Pretty annoying hero. So he gets ganked and then buys back. And then TP's in and... I mean, guys. Guys.
There is middle.
Who shit in this guy's breakfast, okay? Somebody in chat, take some responsibility. Who took a dump in this guy's cereal, okay? Why is he having such a bad day? Like, I'm watching this game, so you have to remember, guys, that Dota is a stressful game, okay? Dota is a very stressful game. In the current patch, when you're laning against Primal Beast, you kind of just expect to lose. Is it always, like, really bad? No, but it's like, shit's gonna happen. The hero's pretty broken. So you gotta set yourself some realistic expectations, right? So, in this case, he got booted out of lane level 5, jungled himself down to 0 HP, died, bought back, and fed. These, and the score, and the kill score is 7-4. Like, the game's not a disaster. Maybe it's not a good game, but it's not a disaster. This is just, you know, man, whatever your problems are, it's each of our responsibility to not bring our real life problems into a Dota game, and it's also our responsibility to not queue a Dota game when we're having a shitty day and taking it out on our teammates like this. Honestly, man, people like this Tiny are the fucking worst. Seems like that's it for our cases. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of justice. We had some rightful convictions, and we had some wrongfully convicted and let free cases. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. GG.